The best show for Chicago sports.
Yeah. What's good? Yeah. Bear down, Bears fan. What's going on with y'all today, man? On today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily, we got a jam-packed show, so we got to get up into this mug, man. First things first. We've talked about what the Chicago Bears need, but we got to rank that need from top to bottom. What should the Bears be doing in the draft? And then Justin Fields is reported to be working with a quarterback wizard. A wizard. He's a wizard, Harry. It's crazy out here, man. And finally, what would be your starting five to start a team with? We're going to get into all that more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. The date is 4/20/23.
Stay chill, y'all.
Do with that information what you will.
It's a relaxing day.
Let's go.
Let's be safe.
Hey,
Can't be no more safe when you relax, baby.
Hey. Oh man, cut the music. I always say that like it's somebody else doing it. I can't wait till we get a full-on production staff. Joe, where you at, man? Let's get this mud crack. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. We are live and in action. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hey, man, y'all are blowing up every other channel out here. I need y'all to do me a favor and
Come on. Push the button.
you might as well
Come on. Push the button.
hit the like
Come
button,
on,
leave a
push the button.
5-star review. Do it now.
Yeah, come on, push your
Do
button.
it. You heard what Sue Young said. I'm tired of playing with y'all.
Steve-O got a point. We all like super red out right now. I'm telling you right now, if we were Bloods, this would be a death.
This is like a chaining day. Like,
Hey, man, hey. We never mind.
so let that joke roll off.
Let that joke happen. Just let that joke happen, man. Let that joke happen. You know where we were heading with that. Hey, boys, the draft is inching its way closer. We got to get our mock drafts out and ready. I know Ringo's been doing crazy breakdown out here, but we've been talking about this Chicago Bears team for the better part of a month and a half, 2 months, right? Where we're trying to figure out what does this team need? What's going to be the biggest need for this team? Do they go offense? Do they go defense? Who's going to be there? But we haven't really ranked it by position. And The Athletic did this, and I thought it was a great thing to bring to the show. So I did. So let's get it started, man.
I made it happen.
So I took the concept.
And right, like I mean, like I don't want to. I guess it's kind of a mock draft, but like not really, because it's really just ranking what the Bears' biggest needs are. But I guess, right, if you're logical, you would do them in order. But let's start at the opposite end, boys. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. That's my favorite thing to do. What is the thing the Chicago Bears need least?
Pat is funny. Pat is a funny dude.
Hey.
That's a funny. I'm gonna let that one slide too.
Is that a,
that
hold on,
one slide too.
I'm there with you. All right, bet. What is the thing that the Chicago Bears need least in this draft, boys?
A quarterback.
Wide receiver.
Why do you think quarterback, kid?
One, I think you're all in on Justin, and you made the move to be all in on Justin. So, at this particular point, and I know I've been one to even, broach the topic of, what if you still, drafted the QB, or what if they traded him previously? And no, it's like we've made a decision. We're going in the right direction. We don't need to even entertain trading for or drafting another quarterback.
I'm with you on that. Jay Crit in the chest is just stopping by for a moment to say congrats again. Shout out to Crit in the building, man.
What's up, Jay?
Big love, Jay Crit. Big love, Jay Crit. Appreciate the support, brother. Ringo, you said wide receiver?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one, especially with what the Bears have seen. What's going on in that wide receiver room that you just like, who cares?
I mean, honestly, I feel like the room is already full. I mean, like you got Claypool, you got Claypool. Justin's already got a rapport with Mooney, and then after that, you just traded the first overall pick to go grab DJ Moore, who we already know is a bona fide 1,000-yard receiver. And he's also been playing with subpar quarterback talent. Not to mention you pair that up with Komet, who we all feel had a great season, and we're looking for him to improve.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's like there's only one football. You know what I'm saying? That there's only one football. There's only so many targets. I think the wide receiver room's already full. You've done everything that you can to try to help him there. You need to focus. You need to focus more on trying to fill up some of your other needs.
Look at Steph out here cooking.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I mean,
To me, I look at this draft and I see a team that I swear for Lord, if y'all take a linebacker or a running back, I'm gonna flip a table. I'm gonna flip a table. I think that's realistically what the Bears need least.
Bijan does look like he's
and I hope. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I still kind of want to have that conversation with Joel. We plan to have this big conversation about should the Bears go in on running back or not early on with Bijan Robinson. Running back to me is your least amount of worry in this. I wouldn't even address it until maybe the 5th round. Because to me, I look at a team I look at a draft where Bijan Robinson is the guy that is the focal point of everything, right? He's the guy that the Chicago Bears should be looking at. He's the number one, right? He's got what do you have? 1,700 yards this season. I believe 2,000 yards from scrimmage, cooking. But I got guys in the 4th and 5th round that I look at who have similar size, similar build, similar pass catching ability, similar blocking ability. They have less yards for sure. They have 100 less carries. 100 less carries. Bro, hey, listen. You give them an extra 100 carries, they might be able to get up there to the top of the draft.
But
air it out.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think the biggest thing that I feel what you're saying on that. I feel everything that you're saying 100%. I think the biggest thing that Joe was talking about, and some of the Bears fans think about when they think about Bijan is something that I put in my draft breakdown. Just give y'all a little bit.
Just a little taste.
Hey.
That's how you keep them coming back, Steph. Don't worry about that.
Hey, great vision, always moving forward, 4 down back. The biggest thing, consistent pass blocker.
Yeah.
Which is not like a lot that I could say about some of these other backs that's in this draft. Like he covers everything that the Bears are looking for. In terms of running back wise, like he has it. So I mean, I could see it, but I also understand what you're talking about. Like I don't think I'm spending 9 on him though.
But that's probably where he will go.
Yeah.
If we trade back and we still end up with like a top 20 pick, and you picked him there because he was the best available.
Yeah,
I would say I wouldn't be mad at it because let's be honest.
He's gonna be gone, bro. I'm letting you know he's gonna be gone.
Well, I mean, he might still be there around like 15. Yeah, he ain't gonna fall to the second round.
I'm not saying
hey, look, the Eagles 10.
Yeah. He's probably because they have so much already. He's probably not getting past the team that's like kind of ready made. And they're just like, yeah, we'll take a running back. Right? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. And I know Seattle's trying to rebuild that defense and all of that, but if you really believe in Geno moving forward, Bijan would be a great pick for Seattle.
They got Kenneth Walker.
Bijan will be a great pick for Seattle.
I just Kenneth Walker just got me 1,000 yards.
Bijan will be a great pick for Seattle.
Here's
the thing. Here's the thing I will
totally
say.
Agree with that, but okay.
Here's the thing I will say. With 17 games now, we have to up our expectation.
Yeah.
No, we have to up our expectation. 1,000 yards to me is what is 1,000 yards? That's 60 yards a game.
You trying to divide it evenly over 17 games?
Well, I'm saying, what was it for 16? Even for 16, right? Because that 1,000-yard mark is the mark that everybody talks about when it comes to running back.
Yards a game.
62 yards a game, right? So now you're talking about over 17 games. That drops down to what? 54, 55, something like that?
58. Let's just
58-ish.
I see what you're saying.
If we come out of a game and every week David Montgomery has 58 yards, or Deontay Foreman has 58 yards, you feel good about him as your running back?
I mean,
well, he's gonna have 1,000 yards. So I mean,
he'll have 1,000. But that's what I'm saying, right? Yards. We need to, like, the 1,000-yard backs. Y'all remember the NFL used to be what, 14 games, maybe something like that. Like, with 1,000-yard backs was like, oh my God, he's 1,000-yard back. Like, bro, like, if you're a back, and this is why I tell people, right, like, the running back position has decreased. Like, Saquon Barkley last season had what, like 1,300 yards.
I think it was like
1,500 yards.
15,
that means more times than not, you're getting over 100 rushing yards a game.
Hey, and I think it was you also. Well, you know what? You're also right about that because of the simple fact that I don't think we're taking into account like the pass catching aspect of it as well.
Yep.
Because, even then, perfect example. I think it was Saquon's rookie year, and then I think Christian McCaffrey's second year. I think Saquon had like 90 receptions.
Yeah,
which was like unheard of for like a running back. Like he was putting up like 90 receptions for a running back was wild. Because now you like you getting up to a wide receiver. But then it's also like Christian McCaffrey, because even though necessarily I don't have that even if I don't get the 1,000 yards that Pat is talking about, I could still have 450, 500 in a pass game and still be effective all 4 down.
Absolutely. And listen, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not trashing Kenneth Walker either. It's really me. It's really me just saying that, like, I could see a team that's more ready-made taking a Bijan Robinson. They're not going to take Bijan. They're going to go with probably. I'm gonna be honest with you. That might be where Jalen Carter ends up. That might be where Jalen Carter ends up. But
hey, Pete Carroll is like, oh, you let me in top 5.
Seattle is him. Detroit, Dan Campbell. Detroit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I'm seeing some mocks that are saying Detroit might go DB. They're feeling the Christian Gonzalez love heavy out there, especially after getting rid of Jeff Okudah.
Hey, listen.
Well, first of all, Jeff Okudah was not. He was not that guy.
He was not that guy.
Christian is that guy.
Shout out to Rob. Rob said Barkley had 1,300 yards, not 1,500. Still, I think the point.
I mean, it's 1,300 with the you talking about with the receptions as well.
With the receptions, it's over.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good point though, right? Like when we're talking about, and again, Barkley's your top back probably in the NFL right now, if not top 2, top 3. We gotta up these standards, boys. Like this is the part of the game that is my favorite part, because people like to hold on to the things that they've always known. 1,000-yard back. When you actually extrapolate that out, that's not that good. Like, it's good, it's helpful if you have a quarterback, but when you're in a situation like the Chicago Bears had, where your running back's doing it all, because this is the thing. It's not the metric anymore. Let's keep it moving, because we'll talk about this all day. All day. I'm trying to keep us on the schedule here, boys. It's tough out here. What is the Chicago Bears' biggest need heading into this season and why? Went from the bottom. Let's go to the top.
All right.
Right. I was waiting for it. All right, so I went first last time we went down. You are, so let's snake this. Pause. Come back.
All right.
So I went last. I went last. I bet. To me, Chicago Bears' biggest need coming out of this draft is still a 3 technique. I understand. I understand that Justin Fields needs the offensive line. I get it, guys. I really do. I think that you could move back yet again, possibly still get your 3 technique, and I think that Kalijah Cansey, I don't know why. Like, I don't know if anybody else has seen his tape. Maybe I'm tweaking. This kid looked good. Yurko thought he looked good too. Like, I was like, hey man, am I alone on this? Like, tell me somebody that played this position. Tell me, like, I've seen him as low as like 25 on some draft boards out here. Insane out here. But to me, I think moving back to 17, you can go out there and get good value with your boy Skowronski, whether he's playing right tackle or right guard, whatever it is. I think he'll still be on the board there. And then I think, at least how some of these draft boards are going, I think that you can see Kalijah Cansey down there, and you might still be able to snag him. But at a minimum, you have to get a 3 technique out of this draft, because here's my thing. I know we think of defense and offense as not interchangeable or right. They're 2 separate parts of the field. That's because we had Lovie Smith here. We had Mike Ditka here. You know what good teams don't do? They don't separate them. Your defense helps your offense helps your defense puts your offense in positions to play better. Your offense keeps your defense off the field so that they can get back on the field and put your offense in good positions to play well together. This defense, legitimate, like, you're heading into a season where it don't work without that 3 technique in the middle. Sure, you might be able to make some plays. We might see some flashes, right? These guys are talented athletes. But it don't work if there is not somebody in the middle that can wreak havoc. We saw that with Hall of Famers standing behind that 05 defensive line after it started to age out, right? And the Bears didn't have a 3 technique no more. Brian Urlacher started looking like a guy at times. That's how much of an impact that position makes. I think that's your biggest need coming into this draft. Ringo, what you got?
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of torn because, like, I keep saying, like, Justin was second in quarterback hit, so I like the O-line, but then, like, after I keep seeing all these pieces and looking at all the pieces that the Bears got on defense, my thought is, like, you need the memory card to work. Like, you need the memory card to work. Hey, if this team don't got the memory card, you gonna have to leave the game on all night. Like, this is hey, listen.
That's such a good reference.
They need
if you don't got the memory card, you gotta leave the game on all night.
Got the memory card, you gotta
there
leave
was
the game
nothing worse than going to school and coming home and your mama had cut off the PlayStation because the green light was on.
Bro.
That is funny.
I'm looking at it, and it's like more and more, like, leading up to the draft. I mean, I think you're right. Like, the Bears got Jaquan Brisker. You know Eddie Jack is a ball hog. Commissioner Gordon, as I like to call him. Like, these guys are improving. Like, you didn't get T.J. Edwards. You didn't get T.J. Edwards. Yeah, why am I drawing a blank on
Tremaine Edmonds.
And all these guys, just for them to sit up, like, they're flying around the ball, but you need that interior presence to kind of open up the rest of the guys on the D line, but also have your secondary guys flying around as well, and they need their help. So I think the 3 technique would probably be the thing that I want most. Is kind of like 1A and 1B. almost it's like right there. I'm not mad at either, but you definitely need that memory card or the game is gonna be on all night.
Yeah, I think that's the part that's hilarious about all of this, right? Like, I'm not gonna be mad because one way or the other, you got to plug a hole here, boys.
Yeah.
like no matter what, it's like we need the 3 technique. We also need a right tackle. Like literally, we have no idea who's playing on the right side of the football.
Yeah,
we got the left side. Left side.
Got the left side.
We know it's gonna be there.
What you got, Kid?
I'm actually was going tackle. I'm
Right tackle.
right tackle. And here's the thing. I would say this. I'm still gonna be stuck on the line. I'm gonna be stuck on the line regardless because
And that's fine.
I use this as an example. Jalen Hurts exiting his 3rd season, highest paid QB in the league right now, highest paid player in the league right now. This is normally when those talks start, right? They put pieces around him. They allowed him to perform. He showed out. They got to the Super Bowl, right? They would have had contract extension talks or anything like that, regardless. Like whether they made it to the Super Bowl or not, this was that was an evaluation year for him, period. So that's what having an agent. I'll focus on that part. That's what having an agent and having a competent organization. That's what they do. They're not going to allow this to stretch out in Lamar Jackson fashion. You can't evaluate if I can't keep you upright. I understand that all these different pieces we need. You're not going to fix it all in one draft. Your biggest investment that you're going to make, the person who's going to take up the most cap space or be the biggest cap hit in today's NFL is going to be a quarterback. We're trying to evaluate our quarterback. You need to do everything you can to insulate. You need to do everything you can to give him options. We saw that we didn't really do that last season. And now we're going into that zone where it's like, hey, you traded back. You're not going QB. You've went all in on this kid. Then you need to go all in on this kid.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, and he has a subpar season, but he's been hit 55 times and stuff like that. If we're having that same issue, it doesn't matter because now we still have to figure out who we are offensively. Doesn't matter. Like I get defense puts them in good positions. I got you. But you know what a good offensive line will help Justin do? It helps that good offense stay on the field so that the defense can rest. Like it works hand in hand. We can't just sit there and just get after the other. We got to protect ours as well. And so that's where I'm at with it. Like we have to do that first and foremost because that's going to be our biggest investment at any position. Biggest investment on the team is going to be our QB. So protect our QB.
Facts. I can't even say that's the tough part, right? Like I can't say that you're wrong. Because like you said, it all goes hand in hand. Like, listen, if we don't get sacks on the quarterback next year, we're not going to win. if we don't keep Justin upright, we're not going to win. You've got to address both in this draft. I think you're going to have to address both pretty quickly. I mean, like I look at this draft. I think your first 3 picks in the draft, depending on if they trade back or not, you shouldn't be off of the lines. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be either way, offensive or defensive. You shouldn't be off of the lines because realistically, if we're being 100% honest, offensive line, who's our center?
What, Lucas Patrick?
They have Lucas Patrick playing.
Is he? Y'all heard anything about Lucas Patrick?
Have
y'all heard anything about Lucas Patrick?
True. That's true.
That's a fact.
So maybe Cody Whitehair? Musty finally ain't on the team, so it can't get worse.
It'd be a shame if it does.
Hey, they didn't sign Olin. I'm safe.
I was like, there's a locker somewhere in that building.
Hey, Olin not stuffing me in no locker, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I love you, Olin. I love you, Olin. It all depends on how much you love your kneecaps, my boy. Like I don't, right? Like, who's playing right tackle? Who's playing right guard? We legit know 2 spots. We know left tackle, left guard.
Whole other side of that line we don't know about. It's like,
you know what I mean? Like
who is over there?
Who's
like,
over there? So
like,
I think that's the biggest thing to me that I'm looking at. if you had to give, let's just give one in the middle to close out the topic, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. Subscribe to the page, man. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel talking Chicago sports. How Chicago talk. So make sure you get in tune with us, man. If you had to pick a position specific, right? Because we've all said offensive, defensive line, basically. If you had to pick a specific position on the other side, what would be your focal point coming into this season? Like your second, like your backup, right? Like they could take this, but I'd still be cool if you go out here.
I'd probably say like end or linebacker. I ain't gonna lie, I like Miles Murphy.
Miles Murphy, a nice player.
Miles Murphy is nice, man. Miles Murphy, I'm not mad at it if they went that route. Again, that's defense. Because I'm looking at it and it's just like there's you finally have tackling on this team, but not only that, you have everybody's a ball hawk.
Yeah.
on that side of the ball. Like everybody is a ball hawk on that side of the ball. So it's like you legit even if they didn't go out and get like a Kalijah Cansey or you don't go O-line, I think Miles Murphy would be the pick for me that I'm cool with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think listen, let Christian Gonzalez fall.
Bro, did you
to me?
That man got a crit, bro.
Now I know, right? Everybody's looking and saying, "Hey, man, you would go DB that high." Hey, this is my opposite, right? The different pick that I'd be okay with. Hey, we still need one. Hey, let me ask y'all this: which one of Jalen Johnson's career interceptions is y'all favorite?
Hey, hold on, no.
Which one of Jalen Johnson's career interceptions is y'all favorite?
Kid,
what's up?
Hey, remember?
He battled. He battled.
No.
He battled.
Hey, no, he played a good game.
No touchdowns. No touchdowns.
No.
He didn't allow no touchdowns.
No touchdowns.
You ain't slick, bro.
Hey, his job was to move the chains. And them chains was moving, bro. That's what I'm saying.
If y'all don't know what we talking about, man, last season I think AJ Brown put up 150 yards,
180 yards
on Jalen Johnson. It was ridiculous. It was a crazy day, but he did not score. He did not score a touchdown. Hey, listen, it was a good back and forth. Nice. It was a good back and forth. It was just more forth than back. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot more forth than back. Yeah, I mean, is that let's do it just for good measure. Yeah, I mean, like I don't know if that was one or not.
Hey, I want y'all to understand. This is when I was like really like trying to decide, like, all right, I'm gonna get real in tune so I can keep up with these football conversations. Yeah. This man gonna have the nerve to sit there and say AJ Brown didn't have a good game. I'm like, what game did you see?
I didn't say he didn't have a good game.
2 hours. I'm like, bro.
I didn't say he didn't have a good game. I said that they competed back and forth. Jalen Johnson had a lot of pass breakups.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, it was a healthy competition, my boy. Yeah, I mean,
healthy about that.
Hey. That man got 180 put on his head, bro. Like that was crazy, dog.
Then he tried to hit us back with the, hey man, he said he played tough. What you want me to like?
Hey, he said he played tough. Yeah, I mean,
he just wasn't trying to disrespect his guy. He knew what it was.
He said that's one of his toughest matchups all year. Yeah, I mean, like,
hey Pat, LeBron about to drop 50 on Dylan Brooks.
Hey,
you gonna say he competed?
Hey. Nah, see the difference is the difference there is Jalen Johnson has actually held some really nice wide receivers.
Oh my God, dog.
To under 60 yards. Dylan Brooks talking trash on the game where LeBron was 6 for 23 for 28 points, 12 rebounds, like 6 assists, bro. Like that was crazy.
Oh man. Nah, but if you do, I mean, even if that did happen, I'd be cool with Jalen Johnson moving to the slot to play that third corner though.
Yeah. And
I wouldn't be upset with that.
It's not a like I think Jalen Johnson has really good technique. I think Jalen Johnson does a really good job keeping the receiver in front of him. I think he does a really good job getting his hand in there when he needs a pass breakup. I think he does all those things well. But I would like to see my DBs with more than one career takeaway in 3 years.
Yeah, man, that's what's up.
I think Kyler Gordon had 2 last year, didn't he? Didn't Kyler Gordon have 2 interceptions last year?
I think it was in the same game too.
Hey,
I mean,
I
listen.
remember saving that message.
Oh man,
Hey, bro.
Saved that message.
He's trying to find that mug.
Bro, it was just so
Just
funny.
how it happened.
It was just like,
All right, we gotta move on though. We gotta move on.
Hey man, let's keep it pushing. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, drop a 5-star review if you have not done so to this point, man.
I remember you saying that, don't I?
Hey, bro. Hey, that man got cooked. I ain't gonna lie. I will give y'all that. I was tweaking that day. You know what it was? It's for me, I'm watching it play by play. And play by play, it looked like it was a good back and forth. I ain't realized this man had racked up 180, but I had already threw down the gauntlet.
Oh, man.
You know, when you throw the challenge out there, you got to fight the take.
I got to stand on this.
Hey, bro, I had to stand on. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had somebody, shout out to John Corrales from Locked On Celtics yesterday. Hey, he killed my entire, because I was big on Draymond shouldn't have been suspended. They suspended him on the history, blah, blah, blah. I did not think Draymond Green should have been suspended. He said, Pat, what's the difference between punching somebody and kicking somebody? And I was like, I ain't got nothing to say to that. I'm not gonna lie. That's an excellent point. Like, if he had punched him, he'd have been suspended. If he had thrown a punch and missed, he'd have been suspended. I was like, I can't even lie. That's not a bad point. Shout out to John Corrales, man. Hey, bro, I couldn't say nothing. You know when somebody make a point so good, you just got to move on? Hey, bro, I started a whole nother topic, bro. Hey, he said that. He said that. I was like, hey, what y'all think the Blazers going to do in the draft? Like, what's up?
You know what my retort would have been? There's a big difference between me having to land on you because you pulled me down and you running into my fist.
Yeah, but he still did the action though. Like, listen, I agree that Sabonis is tweaking too, but Draymond did stomp that man. Hey, Draymond A-Town stomped that man, bro. You know what I mean? Like, Draymond footworked on that man, bro. Like, he footworked on that man pancreas, bro. Like, you can't be doing that, bro. He was crumping out there. Draymond was crumping on Sabonis' spinal cord, bro.
That's why I love Pat so much, though, dog. Because this man was like, it's a good game. I was like,
it was a good game. That Philly and Bears game was a good game.
He said he stopped on half his targets. I said he's 9 for 16 for 181.
That's half his targets.
Pat, he was 9 for 16 for 181. That means out of the 9 catches he got, he completed 181.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. Hey, let's keep it pushing, man. Appreciate y'all for showing love. Hey, that was a funny time. Hey, bro, the text conversations in this mug be wild. We got to get into what's going on with Justin Fields. Apparently, he's working with a quarterback wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. But before we do that, we got to tell you guys about Goat Coats. Shout out to Goat Coats, man, supporting the channel. If y'all don't know, man, Goat Coats is literally. Do I got mine down here? Oh, you got yours on, Kid. Shout out to Kid. Hold on, let's put Kid on the camera here.
Hey, listen, I always keep mine on because for one, they're a sponsor.
They're a sponsor. Shout out to it. Yeah, I mean, but
you know, I hit them up because I want to get the Kobe joint.
They are literally giving you outdoor fashion while being able to show your fandom. Kid could wear that jacket into a nice business meeting. He could wear that jacket before the game. You know, if you're going into a nice restaurant, you just want to look sleek. You want to look cool, but you also want to make sure that you have your fandom on display. Guess what? Check out goatcoats.com because you can do all of that with them. You can get any player on any jersey on any team and get that put into the jacket. It is fully reversible. I will say the reversible football joints look crazy. The hockey ones are amazing. I am planning on getting both of those. Definitely got to get a Bears one for the Bears podcast. I'm gonna be stunting that John right there. I'm gonna be stunting that John. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna have to throw a player list out there. Who should I get? I'm not a current player guy though. Current players will let you down.
It's only a couple that you rock.
I'm not a current player guy. There's not many current players that I'm willing to even get a jersey of.
You get a Hester.
Hester one's not bad.
I was gonna say Hester, but
Hester's not bad. 23.
I'll probably say Tillman.
Ooh, Peanut's a good one. Peanut's a good one. Even though I think Peanut was, when somebody's so good at something that other people try to replicate it and it kind of breaks what actually happens. I think Peanut has broken DBs being able to tackle because they be trying to do the people. Hey, they be trying to punch the ball out, be missing tackles, bro.
But bro, it's like every coach legitimately teaches that, though.
Oh yeah, you got to teach it. Listen, you be punch that mug. But hey, we want you guys to know that you, for a limited time, you can get 5% off by using the promo code Windy City when you go to GoCoats.com and place your custom order, or you can get 15% off by using the promo code Windy City 2 for 2 items or more at the Goat Coats store. Check out GoatCoats.com, which is Chicago merch. How Chicago fans rock. All right, boys, let's keep it pushing. Justin Fields has been reported to be working with a quarterback wizard, as it's been written out here. A quarterback wizard.
Who is this wizard, dog?
Hold on, let me pull up the article. I had it right here, and then my John was like, nah, bro. You ain't got it no more.
That's not you.
That's not you. You are not him. Am I him? Oh, by the way, speaking of people who are not him, Austin Reeves, get that together. So, Justin Fields has been working out with a QB wizard this offseason. He's been working with Oliver Bozeman, who specializes in technique and fundamentals. Some of the names that he has been attached to, which does get me excited. 4-time Pro Bowler Michael Vick, and first-round draft pick who, remember, basically was out of the NFL. And then until some injuries started piling up, started to make a comeback, Teddy Bridgewater, who turned himself into a much better quarterback. Boys, here's the 2 things that I'll ask out of this. 1, do you like that Justin Fields, let's just focus on this. Do you like that Justin Fields isn't waiting on coaching to develop his game? That he's taking his development into his own hands. I don't know if we've seen a quarterback in Chicago do this, by the way. I don't remember Mitch doing this. I feel like Mitch had an over-reliance on Matt Nagy to become the quarterback that he wanted to be, and the coaching staff that was there. I think Cuddy just had talent. I don't remember Cuddy doing this. I'm trying to think out of that. Like, we really haven't had a ton of great names out here. Do you like that he's just taking it into his own hand?
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're not gonna be around the coaches 24/7, so you have to get that type of, you have to get that type of training to, kind of elevate your game, man. And I mean, and for the most part, you've seen it. Like, last year, towards the middle of the season, he started to get his footwork a little bit better. Started to drive the ball a little bit more. Was a little bit more precise on his passes, and it's like now, especially this season, he's gonna need that, right? With something that we talked about earlier, like when we talked about the wide receiver room, these guys are gonna come in ready. So you want to be the best that you can possibly be to elevate your team to where they need to go, and he's showing that by doing this off-season work, early, so that way he doesn't have any hiccups when they get to the start of training camp and so on and so forth.
I like the fact that he's just being a professional.
That's what you do.
Yeah. When do you get better? You
Can't get better
during
the season.
You got to get better during the off season.
Well,
so, like,
I don't know if that's the case for football. I
can't say that.
I can't say that because there is so much preparation in between the game. I can't say you can't get better during the season in football. I would have to. I'll ask.
No, you can. But
I'll ask when we get Briggs and stuff, like when I get in the room with Briggs and stuff like that. I'll ask them, because I think basketball, like, there's just like, your next game is tomorrow. All right, I want to work out. No, you ain't got time for that. We got to get the game plan. Your next game is tomorrow. But a good chunk of your growth is done during the offseason.
It's all in the work and preparation you have in the off season. So I mean, I remember looking at I remember this particular interview. I think it was a Peyton interview, and he just talked about all the reps and how many times he would throw per day in the off season.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, that's a long off season. But he's sitting there trying to get better. He's inviting his receivers out early. We're not going to wait to training camp. We're going to go early, and we're going to start working on some of these routes and stuff we already know, so we can get our timing down and stuff like that. Like I just, when you look at all of the great QBs and people who really just want to perform at a high level, they have this insatiable desire to just get better, and they're always preparing, they're always doing something. And so this is just showing me that he's taking it seriously, and this is a really big year for him. Like, this is potentially the year for him to stake his claim. And there is a lot of different narratives that he has to dispel. So it's like, hey, do everything you can to be ready for that moment. Everything you can. Pat didn't get ready for ESPN, sitting there just waiting for ESPN to call him, and then we did the show. Like, the show was going for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, like when we make that leap, this show's been going for 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. So everything you see, it's and it's no real off season here, right? It's even in our off season, we had to find something to talk about, right? So,
White Sox,
like,
9-17, boys.
we are good at talking for so
11
long.
and 6.
Like, y'all, we got good at talking for so long because we have to make up stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Right. Same in any profession. You use this downtime to get better, and that's all I see from him, and I appreciate it. And I just hope that it pays off in the end.
I agree with it. I think that's the part that, like, realistically, right? Have y'all heard about Justin Fields chilling?
No.
Like, I'm sure there's some chill time that he's thrown in there, right? Some time to spend with the family, maybe some time to spend with his girl. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that is in there. But I really haven't heard about Justin Fields just kicking it.
Well, he was spotted with Michael Parsons like 2 weeks ago. By the way, Michael Parsons confirmed to the bit. No, I'm just playing.
Wow.
But even that, right? Like, even that, right? Like,
yeah, that was like 2 weeks.
He's with
like
Micah Parsons. Is he kicking it with Micah Parsons? Was there some workout going on with Micah Parsons?
He was kicking it. He was kicking it.
I'm just saying, right? Like, we don't know everything that goes into it, right? Like, maybe it was like, hey, we kicking it, but let's work out before that. Let's get some, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Justin Fields legit is just like, I have to work on, and here's the thing that I love. This guy is a specialist in technique and fundamentals. The only knock that most people have on Justin Fields is what?
It's fundamental.
He hold on to the ball too long. He's not getting it out. He's not able to, right? Like, how many times last season did we talk about he's got to be able to make that pass? Listen, I remember. I think we argued about it on here, where it was his first option on a play was Darnell Mooney going deep, but he could have got the underneath and got the easy first down, and everybody was like, you got to take the first down. You got to take the first down. And I was like, but Darnell Mooney was wide open. Justin's got to hit him. The issue is Justin in this situation. You got to be able to hit that guy. And so I love the fact that he's working on the things that, when I look at his game, are the things that I can nitpick as flaws. Right? Like, you just being able to drop that in, you being able to, and I think he's already really good at some of those things. He just needs to trust that system a little more. And when he sees it, he's got to make that pass.
Hey, that's why we need to go O-line, because if I don't have the reason to trust the system, I don't talk about why I'm holding on to this ball because I got to run. All right, stop playing with me.
I think there were a ton of times that we all saw last season, right, where Justin would drop back and we'd be like, here's the thing in the NFL, no one's open.
No one's open. You got
if you're open, somebody's fired. Nobody is open.
League open is definitely different than college open.
And so I think that's the part where Justin's got to catch up to. That's why I love hearing that he's out here working with this fundamentals guy. That's why I love seeing him, working on the technique and different things like that, because there's going to come a point where you just got to trust that, hey, this guy's going to be there and I have to throw the best ball I can to him for him to be able to make a play on it at the NFL level. Because what I see, he don't look open. But if I trust that he's going to be where he's going to be, he should be open.
And that's
absolutely.
Go ahead, Steph.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why, like, I mean, it's showing in the work. Like, he he actually cares. If he didn't care, like you said, it'll be like a Mitch thing. He'll go into.
Well,
I'm
I'm not gonna say Mitch didn't work. I will say Mitch was the same story.
Right.
Mitch was first guy in, last guy out. I think we've seen over the years that there's two factors working against Mitch. One, Matt Nagy is one of the worst head coaches ever, and he got another Super Bowl ring. And that like in history, like he's one of the worst head coaches in history. He'll probably get another job. Just mill on that for a minute. And then
worst play callers too, because he took both jobs.
It took both jobs. And then on top of that, Mitch just isn't very good. Like we can all admit that now. Like he's not very good. He shouldn't have been the first quarterback taken on. He shouldn't have been the first quarterback taken off of that board. He probably shouldn't have been the third.
No,
he probably should have spent some more time in North Carolina.
He probably should have been a second rounder for sure. But that
second rounder may be high.
I think he had the potential. You know, I'm still going to be kind of big on what his potential was, because I feel like he had the same, like, yeah, he had the same deficiencies. He didn't trust, he couldn't make certain throws, but he also didn't have the right system around him either. So,
yeah,
you know, that's a whole different thing. The one thing I will say though, that game calling no plays, he definitely did call plays, Steve.
No, I think he's saying on the Chiefs, Nagy wasn't calling no plays.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Nagy was just in that John, bro. Hey, Pat, you need a massage, Pat? Hey, you're doing a great job. Keep throwing those footballs.
What happened, bro? Hey, Andy Reid needed to go to the bathroom. He passed Nagy the Denny menu, and he was like, "Hey, listen, just hold that for a second. I gotta be right back." And then everyone was like, "Nagy's calling these good plays."
Hey,
no, that's not what
Andy Reid is trying to make Matt Nagy look good, so Andy's like in the bathroom, still calling the plays, just watching the game on his iPad. But Matt said,
Andy,
it.
What do I do?
Good.
Hey, Andy, what do I do? It's number 3 on the menu. Don't worry about it. It's already
Hey, Pat, what do you need? Stay away from me. You're right.
The one thing I will say though is I'm happy with Justin taking these steps and being proactive, because one of his biggest flaws is something that Bryce Young does really well. If you read his scouting report,
which is what?
As far as what intuition, being able to get the ball out quickly, being able to pick up on the defense and stuff like that. Some of the things that Justin, and whatever the reasons for him holding on to that ball, to Bryce Young gets that ball out quick.
Yeah,
now,
but college.
I know that's college, and you can't make it. All I'm saying is I'm just thinking if he doesn't improve on those things, but Bryce Young comes in, he's killing it in those things that Justin sucks at, or not sucks at, or just needs to improve at. The narrative is going to be so loud. And that's the part I'm worried about. I'm worried about him having a bad game the same week like Bryce Young has a great game.
The thing is, you can't worry about narrative over what the player actually is. Like, I'm not worried about what the narrative around Bryce Young is, because Bryce Young's going to be on the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, I get you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not worried about what Bryce Young is doing, because to me, Bryce Young is a guy.
Hey, look at Tanner gifting out.
Tanner out here gifting out Breeze super fan membership. Shout out to Tanner in the chat, man.
You, bro.
Appreciate the squad out here. Appreciate the family we got built out here, man. I don't know. I just like Bryce Young. I will say this. I think Bryce Young has a set of circumstances, if he does go to Carolina, that will help him, because if you got Adam Thielen coming underneath, getting the ball out quick to Adam Thielen is not a bad thing. But he may also be running for his life. Yeah, I mean, it's like
Justin has a better receiver core than me, and
Justin's got a better receiver core.
Justin's in a better situation. So if Bryce Young comes out here, he looks like a stud. That narrative is gonna be loud.
I mean, yeah,
that's
but
gonna be like. And I'm always the reason I'm
just don't care. I just don't care, because here's the thing: if Justin can play, right? Like this is the thing to me. Was Ray Lewis a better linebacker than Brian Urlacher?
Yep.
Of course he was.
Well,
yeah.
Of course he was.
Yeah, no, he was.
Yeah. Listen, far better. They both in the Hall of Fame.
I was thinking about the people Ray had around him, though. I was like,
Brian has some nice pieces around him too. But the thing is that they're both in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, they're both top linebackers of all time, right? So like, I'm not worried, especially somebody that's on the Carolina Panthers, who we may see once a year, maybe twice a year if we see him in the playoffs. But like, you can't worry about the narrative if you're building a team that can insulate the player. That's what the best teams do. And I think that's what the Chicago Bears are seeming to do. You're building a team that can insulate what Justin is doing. You're building a team that can insulate, right? Like if PJ Washington has to come in the game. Or at least that's what you're hoping, right? That you're building that team, that you have that coaching staff that's going to be able to allow the Chicago Bears to compete in that. That's your hope. If not, you might have the wrong coaching staff. Torian said, I guess Peter King will be wrong about Frank never selecting a quarterback under 6'4". Oh, about Frank Wright never selecting a quarterback under 6'4". I don't know. We'll see. He might not.
I mean, some of the best QBs are in history. 6'2" and shorter.
It's not a great list. It's not a deep list, I should say. A lot of them guys are tall. Hey man, before we get up out of here, I did want to do one more thing, man. Because it's draft time. I want, by the way, appreciate y'all for showing love. We got like 70 people up in this month. Hit that like button. Because it's draft time, we're going to go around and give our 5 best players to start a franchise with. You get the draft from all of NFL history. Players that you get, or the positions you get to choose: QB, running back, wide receiver, defensive line, linebacker. And because I like Ringo better, Ringo, you get the first pick. Ringo, first pick. What player are you going with? You can pick from any of the positions.
All right. So, I'm trying to build this offense as lethal as possible.
Okay.
So I'm taking Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh, Ringo going Pat Mahomes at the QB position.
I'm taking Pat Mahomes one.
Kid, you get to go too.
You know what? I'm gonna go running back first. I'm going Barry Sanders.
Woo! Hold up. Let me do this here.
Yep.
Because we got some squads coming out here now.
Hey, I'm ready.
Kid going running back first. First off, ew.
Barry freaking Sanders. I can't go wrong, baby. What are you talking about?
All right, so Ringo went Pat Mahomes. Kid going Barry Sanders. Oof. I'm going to go quarterback first. Give me the GOAT, baby. Give me Tom Brady.
Okay.
Hey, no legs time. I got you.
Hey, listen, I get to put whatever offensive line in front of him. We just letting the GOAT slide off of here, bro.
I mean, hey.
All right, Ringo, it's back on you.
Going wide receiver, give me Jerry Rice.
Dang it. Kid, who you got?
Going lineman, I'm going Reggie White.
Dang it. This is tough.
Hey, you know the bad part about this? I'm like, Batman, babe, you gave me time to prepare for this. Like,
oh, yeah.
You gave me time to prepare, which I appreciate, because I definitely would have struggled with, like, who should I pick at lot? Because I was going to pick Aaron Donald. I really was, but nah.
So you got Jerry Rice. You went D-line. You went Reggie White. Dang it.
Yep.
That's a good pick. I'm going D-line as well. Give me Warren Sapp. All right, Ringo's back on you. Who you got?
All right. Now we going to go running back. Give me AP.
Dang it. That's a good pick.
Hey, we taking all. Hey, I knew. Hey, the one thing I did know is he was gonna go AP. I knew Pat was gonna go AP.
AP was on the list. AP was on the list, baby. All right, kid, who you got?
I'm gonna go receiver, and I'm going Moss.
It's a good pick. I keep saying it's a good pick. Like there's not like a great pick.
Hall of Famers, baby. It's like,
you took my receiver there, kid. All right, I'm going linebacker then. Give me Give me Ray. Give me Ray Lewis, baby. Give me Ray Lewis, baby. All right, Ringo, what you got?
All right, D line, give me. Actually, yeah, give me. Shoot, why am I drawing about? Give me Lawrence Taylor.
That's a good pick.
Give me Lawrence Taylor.
Hey, we are tweaking for Lawrence Taylor going this late in the draft. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I feel good with Reggie White.
I'm that's crazy though. We let LT fall very far. That's crazy.
He's arguably the best.
He's
the best football player I've ever played.
Hey, we tweaked.
Hey,
I tweaked on that.
I was sitting
That's
here and like
on
say
me.
I trust my pick, but like
That's on me. I tweaked.
all right, I'm gonna go QB, and this is tough for me because he picked my favorite. I'm gonna go Peyton.
Peyton Manning.
With Randy Moss. God.
All right, I'm gonna go running back now. Hey, listen, y'all disrespectful for letting him fall this far as well. Give me sweetness, baby. Give me Walter Payton. Give me sweetness out here, bro. He didn't need an offensive line.
I'm only accepting that because he's a Bears legend.
Listen, he didn't need an offensive line. What we talking about right now?
He was the offense. I give you that.
Hey. Pepe said, y'all really let the best defensive player of all time slip. Hey, we did.
I know,
hey.
right?
Well, to me, that's Deion pound for pound. Ringo, it's on you, man. Who you got a linebacker?
Jack Lambert.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Kid, who you got a linebacker?
I'm going to go Urlacher.
Really? I'm not mad at it, but
I felt like I had to go at least one Bears guy.
All right.
I could have picked a better one, but
you definitely could have picked a better one. You got Jerry, you got Randy. All right, I'm finishing it off. Let me get T.O. Wide receiver position. Let me get T.O.
That's not a bad one.
Let me get T.O. Mike Davis has said the prime disrespect. Yeah, I probably got prime as my greatest defensive player of all time. But LT is definitely the greatest.
LT is the greatest defensive
player. Hey, listen, LT is definitely the greatest defensive lineman.
I'm sorry. I watched some tape. I looked at some.
Oh yeah, he's a monster. Look, when we talk about greatest on greatest, I can say 1A, 1B. It could be interchangeable. All right, so Ringo's team: Pat Mahomes, Adrian Peterson, Jerry Rice, Lawrence Taylor, Jack Lambert. Kids team: Peyton Manning, Barry Sanders, Randy Moss, Reggie White, Brian Urlacher. My team: Tom Brady, Walter Payton, T.O., Warren Sapp, and Ray Lewis. Let us know who has the best team in the comments below. Hey, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love, man. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. It is your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again, joined by the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan Adon. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago.
The best show for Chicago sports.
We let LT fall so far. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Man's out here literally ending careers. And we're talking about not gonna get that guy, Don't want to know the great mind. But Mr. Gronk. Oh, if we went tight end, I definitely could see us picking. If we went tight end, I would have picked